Good evening. I just wanted to be fair with this deck, like I try to be with all of them. So I wanted to re-show the, what's it called? New Neon Moon Tarot. Why do I keep wanting to say New Moon? I don't know. But anyway, that's the box it came in. And here in a second, I will use a viewer suggestion. I forget who. I don't have so many viewers, so why I should forget them is beyond me. But I look at too many videos, I suppose. But there's the back of the box. But the viewer suggestion was to use a black light. I never finish my sentences, I noticed. But here again are the trumps. And first let's try the black light. Just with the other light on and see what happens. I think what happens is it completely removes the pink, or it changes it slightly. So that's kind of interesting. Whoops. And let me leave that going while I go turn off the regular light so we can see it just in black light. I need a more powerful black light than this, I believe, to do this. Oh, wow. That's kind of nice like that, isn't it? Oh look, if I get close enough, it kind of brings the pink back. Look at that corner up there. Wow. Too bad I don't live life under a black light, or I might use the deck more just to look at it like that. Wonder what the back looks like. Let's get the close-up of the Fool with this light first. Huh, my finger's in the way. They put the name in the lower left corner and the number up in the upper right corner. Does that show up on the screen? Sorry, I've got to look to the left while holding something to the right. Now in person I see some pink, so let's see the back. Basically it just turns white, huh? I see a Japanese flag. Huh. Was that there before? I guess it was. Anyway, doesn't that remind you of that opening scene from one of those underworlds where, did I say underwear or underworld? Underworld, where Kate Beckinsale jumps off the edge of a building? I think it does. Okay, let me leave this on because it gets hot. Oh, my pants are so dirty. That's the other thing about black lights. Black light, black pants with dust on. Oh, wow. I don't want to know that. Let's turn the light on. The rest of this will go pretty quick because I'm going to leave the other video as is. And just call this redux, redo, re-something. Is that crooked? So maybe I didn't do it justice by redoing it. There we go. But here we go. I did want to read something because it got me thinking. But that's the, sorry, that's the Fool card in regular light. If I can do it without the glare. Now let me stare over here for a second. Make sure I'm not crooked. Okay, it's me that's crooked, not the camera. Because I got a new attachment for the camera, and it's got like 6 knobs with a big rotating ball on it and all kinds of little tweaky adjustments, but it's still hanging off of an old music stand, which, you know, isn't the most stable thing. But it is on another table, so if I shake this table, it doesn't shake the camera so much. But what was I going to say? I was going to read, because lately I've been, I guess you could say, tutoring someone in the family. They're interested in tarot, at least Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. And so I've been, you know, helping, I'll just say it that way. And each time I read these definitions for the Fool, I notice there's a repeated pattern. But when I look back at, because I did readings if you can call what we did readings, for 13 years, I noticed that often I did not say or write down in the journal anyway. I can't remember everything I said, but I didn't always have this. I had other things. Most of the time, I seem to have 2 words or something to that effect: balance and harmony. And I guess that could be true for the Fool card, depending on where it is and what spread you're doing and all that jazz. But let me just read this part down here at the bottom. So I'll let you, so you can pause and read it. Each card is meant to evoke a particular piece of this world. He creates some cyberpunk AI divided society. There's some kind of plate that keeps the privilege separated from the low life, I guess he calls it, or she. I'm not sure who this person is. Pixel Occult, I think he. There's their card, James Brothwell. So I'm gonna go with he, but I'm still not sure. But that's their card. I'll put that in there. Hopefully that shows up if I get out of the way. But let me finish. A particular piece of this world using the archetypes available from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. I chose tarot specifically to bring this setting to life, as it allowed me to emphasize the ambiance and themes of the world while letting a larger cast of characters be depicted than other mediums would comfortably allow. So that would mean that he's tried to do this story or stories in other ways. As with any tarot deck, every card has a piece of story behind it, and every combination of cards tells a different story. Something my grandmother would be opposed to. The idea of using cards to tell someone a story. What basically she passed on to me, and I won't even pretend that I pulled it off each and every time, was that more important, and I probably said this before, right? But more important than the table, the chair, the person across from you, because I've only ever done in-person reading. I don't know about the collective, unconscious, conscious, whatever it is. Not 100% sold on that idea. But her thing was, you're basically that person's best friend. And the only thing that you really have to do, unless they're specifically asking for advice, which can be helpful and it can also be harmful, is to listen. Like, really listen. Like, ask questions, talk to them, be with them, spend time with them. Don't just sling, as they say, what is it, card slinger? Don't just sling some cards down and then blah, 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 and that's that. I just don't get it. I don't get that. But that's okay. And I've tried a bunch of online readings, and I went back to DC recently, and I tried one in person, and things have changed. But here on the Fool card, it's got, each one of these seems to have a quote. I guess maybe this person had written a book. So here on the Fool it says, "Sure, I'm safe in here, but what life is best lived in safety without experience? Question mark. I can feel the world out there calling for me to take part in it. Just the thought of the adventure I could be having. Why I feel so light, I swear I could fly." And that's, you know, kind of the leap of faith, usual interpretation. But I don't always, or I didn't always see that. I often saw, look at that. I mean, you can't say that that person's not balanced. They're right there on the edge. The same thing in the traditional, the one that Pamela did. There's a certain harmony to that. Plus there's the dog right there. I didn't catch that before. Huh. So anyway, that's enough of me complaining. Or voicing my opinion. That's all it is, really. Something I should keep to myself. But just to be fair to this, let's bring in the first suit, which is the arms. see if I can line it up just so. Let's hit that with some black light and see if something special happens. Why don't you just leave it on? Because then it alters the color. Sorry. Oh, well, I like that one now with the sword fighting guy in the moon. Okay, I won't do that again because I don't think it changes very much other than pink to a strange sort of blue. So here comes the suit of vials, which I guess would be the equivalent of cups. And then here comes the suit of wires, which I'm not sure. Maybe that's wands. I don't. The book will tell you. Yeah, the book will tell me. That guy knows what he's talking about. If the book would let me turn the page. Oh. Yep, it's wires. Cups or vials, pentacles or zent, which is about to come up. The first one we saw, arms, that's swords. Okay. I guess I could have figured that out without the book. So here's zent, which I don't think it explained it anywhere. Maybe I missed that. Okay, so that was a quick, hopefully, show of the neon moon, just to be fair and show it in a better, clearer light. So with that, I will say peace.